You know, it has such a great ring to it. The Pirates sweeping the Cardinals. St. Louis, get off my lawn! This is Steel Sermon in the house. Monday morning with another video as always. Do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe. Follow on Instagram, link in the description below. Yins all know how I feel about the St. Louis Cardinals by now. If you don't, you're just an idiot or you're not paying attention. I can't stand the Cardinals. They've been the biggest pain in my you-know-where for as long as I've been a Pirate fan. And for my team, this past weekend, to watch them bust out the brooms against St. Louis, it feels amazing. Especially considering the state that I'm in personally right now. And I don't care if St. Louis has the worst record in the NL right now. They're 25-35. So a little bit of a role reversal right now. We're usually the ones with the worst record in baseball or the NL, and St. Louis are the ones that are competing for a division title. Not this year, at least. Pirates 7, Cardinals 5, Friday night. Pirates 4, Cardinals 3, Saturday night. And then yesterday morning, Pirates 2, Cardinals 1. 3-game sweep. First time we have swept the Cardinals since 2018, which also came at PNC Park. But I'm not going to come on here and clown the St. Louis Cardinals. I'm just going to come on here and enjoy this. Now, about a couple weeks ago, I made a video when we were in that horrible stretch after coming off that bad series loss to the Arizona Diamondbacks. And I said something along the lines of, well, the Pirates have to win my trust back completely. The bats are still asleep. Well, I mean, I'm not going to act like this was a phenomenal offensive showing for the Bucks, but you know what? Since that Diamondback series, the Pirates are playing some quality baseball. We've won our last 2 series. And entering last week in San Francisco against the Giants, the Pirates had not won a single series since the end of April when we took 2 out of 3 against the Nationals in D.C. Then, we take 2 out of 3 in San Francisco after getting destroyed by the Giants on Memorial Day last week. And now we complete a 3-game sweep of the Cardinals. If you're keeping score at home, we've won 5 straight games. And earlier this year, we've won 7 in a row. So I'm not sitting down here, okay? I'm not going to make the same mistake that I made earlier in the year. I'm not going to say, yeah, this team is great. Oh, yeah, this team's for real. I'm just enjoying the streak right now, and I'm enjoying the fact that we're starting to see a few glimpses of what this team was back in April. Okay? Just the overall completeness of this series sweep. Friday night, down 5-0 to St. Louis. And I'm like, here we go again. The Cardinals are coming into town. This team has owned us in Pittsburgh since 2019. It's the same old song and dance again with these guys. The only thing I ask is for the Bucks to play with some heart and determination, considering what happened with my grandmother last Monday. And they ain't doing it. Boy, was I wrong about that. And the guy in particular that I have to give props to, how about Ke'Bryan Hayes? What a series he had. A 3-run home run for Ke'Bryan Hayes Friday night that for all intents and purposes won the game for the Bucks Friday night. He hit a solo homer in Saturday's win. Bucks also taking advantage of numerous opportunities Saturday evening in which Colin Holderman did not have a lights-out showing in the 8th inning on Saturday. Let's be real. But still, David Bednar came in, got the save, as he did Friday night, and as he did yesterday morning as well. So David Bednar has 3 straight saves in 3 straight games. Ke'Bryan Hayes yesterday, 3 more base hits. And this is the guy that I've wanted to see develop his bat the most this season. And this past weekend was a great step towards that goal. Brian Reynolds doing what he's doing, which is hit off the Cardinals. Ji-hwan Bae was our only offense yesterday with that 2-run base hit. And that was all the Bucks needed, because Rich Hill stepped up again yesterday, going 6 2/3, struck out 6, and then he literally ran out of gas where he gave up that solo homer. But still, Rich Hill has been a pleasant surprise this year for the Bucks nonetheless. I'm very proud of this team for this past series. These past 2 series, you lose 14-4 to the Giants last Monday, and that was the point where the Bucks were under 500. And you're thinking to yourself, well, they're going to be under 500 for the rest of the season, right? All we've done is rattled off 5 straight dubs. And now you got the worst team in baseball coming into PNC Park in the Oakland A's, soon to be the Las Vegas A's. They're 12-49. We're 31-27. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I'm not sitting down here saying that we're world beaters, because we're certainly not. We had a putrid month of May. We were 20-8 entering the month of May. We finished May with a 28-27 record. But I gotta tell you, it just goes back to what I've been saying ever since Easter, when O'Neal Cruz got injured. Is this sustainable for the Pirates? And so far, it's looking like it has potential to be. I'm not saying that it is, but I'm saying it has potential to be. Because this series against St. Louis, like I said, we saw glimpses of what they did back in April. Move runners up, hit with men on, quality pitching. Holderman and Bednar doing their duties. And I think a big goal of ours, considering how May went, we went 8-19 in the month of May. It was like, can this team be over 500 by the end of May? You usually have a good idea of where a team is going to be by Memorial Day. You know, so I'm not sitting down here anymore saying that, oh, it's early in the season. Oh, you know, we've only played X amount of games, okay? We've played 58 games on the season. It's not early anymore. Memorial Day, like I said, is a good indicator of where a team will be by the end of the season. And for everything the Bucks went through, O'Neal Cruz's injury, Ji-Man Choi being injured, a couple other injuries here and there, McCutchen, you know, with that tear in his leg, having to be demoted to DH basically, playing musical chairs at who the outfield is going to be, experimenting left and right with the middle of the infield, and players just falling off, and teams figuring us out, and more importantly, that awful stretch that we had in May, for the Bucks to be over 500 at the end of May, that is a massive W for this team. And you punctuate that off by getting off to a strong start at June by sweeping the Cardinals. And need I remind you, the last time the Pirates finished above the Cardinals in the standings, you got to go back to 1999. It's been 24 years since the Pirates were better than the Cardinals. 24 years. And this is our best chance. This season right now is our best chance of breaking that cycle. And I'm telling you, I would love nothing more than for this team to walk home with the NL Central. Believe me, I want an NL Central Division title in the worst way possible. And we're only a half game back of the Milwaukee Brewers because for whatever reason, the Brewers can't stop losing. The Brewers aren't really all that special either. I mean, they had a good series against the Cincinnati Reds, but I mean, come on, it's the Reds. It's not like, you know, they're the Rays or the Astros or whoever. But still, the fact that this team finished over 500 at the end of May, and now they're 3-0 to start the month of June, and a half game back of Milwaukee despite everything that went wrong in May. I think that is a massive W for the Pirates right here. And I want that NL Central in the worst way possible. So with that being said, we sweep the Cardinals. Just a throwback to the month of April, man. Let's keep it going. The Oakland A's coming to town. The last time we played Oakland, you got to go back to 2019. We took 2 out of 3 against them. That was back when the A's were actually pretty solid back then. But now the A's, I mean, we all know the story with them. They're in a massive tank job right now. And, you know, they're the worst team in baseball. And they're on their way out to Vegas. But, you know, as we can attest, you can't take any team lightly. They did recently, believe it or not, just take 2 out of 3 against the Atlanta Braves. So I guess the A's feel a little bit better about themselves, but you can't take anything for granted, especially in today's league. Let's go out there, take care of business against a team that we should absolutely beat, in my opinion. And let's keep this momentum going. I want this winning streak to improve to 8 games. That's all I'm saying. I want an 8-game winning streak when I sit down here Wednesday, Thursday night, recapping the Oakland series. And let's get on to it. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. This is Steel Sermon checking on out for the day. May God be with you all. Go Bucks.